Is debt beating you down? You need discipline. You need the Debt Ninja. If you've been caught in a financial trap and need to be set free, then you need the Debt Ninja. Want to stop those harassing collection calls, start saving thousands in interest and fees, and get out of debt fast? Then you need to call the Debt Ninja. The Debt Ninja will find the best companies across the country that will help you consolidate all your bills into one easy payment, reduce your payments by 30 to 50%, and get you out of debt fast. If you have unsecured debt of $10,000 or more, such as credit cards, loans, or medical bills, call the Debt Ninja for a free 15-minute consultation.
Call 800-826-1246. 800-826-1246. That's 800-826-1246. Call today.
The Debt Ninja.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-610-9050. That's 800-610-9050. 800-610-9050.
Are prone to becoming so attached to our characters and stories that we struggle to see why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing to full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, shaping stories into masterpieces that can stand the test of time. Editing services are provided for all genres and all age categories. Services range from critiques of the short story through to the line edits of the full-length novel and copy editing for those preparing for publication. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your website, as well as help with those book blurbs and promotional material. We won't abandon you to the masses. We want to celebrate with you in your successes. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services and prices, visit us at blackwolfeditorial.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
My name is Jessie. I'm a United States Special Forces widow. This gives me a unique perspective on the world around us. If you're willing to listen, I'll tell you how I see it, and I won't pull any punches. This is my POV, which stands for Point of View. All right, this is Jessie. I am happy to be back with you. I am going to apologize. Mr. Frog is hanging right around the periphery today. So I'm going to apologize in advance for Mr. Frog's presence. Now, I know you're looking at your watch going, wait a minute. You're not due on for hours. I know. I never got a show on the air yesterday due to various technical problems. Host Kitty wouldn't get off my keyboard. There was something else going on I can't discuss on air, is the real story. But I figured since y'all have been listening to a show for hours now, I'd break in and do a little bit of a midday. Let's have something different. So, all right, you guys know I don't really do politics. So, all right, I'm just trying to make sure I got the right audio here I'm pulling up. All right, so I've got a couple of audio clips we're going to play. We're also going to discuss some news stories, and I've got a funny one I'm trying to get loaded. So I think we all need a laugh. In fact, I may start with the humor. Let me see if I can get it to pull up, the humorous one. So, all right. We're going to start with the humor, because I don't know about you. It's been a week of it. It's Friday. I'm looking towards done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. So, all right. In the meantime, I'm going to do an unscheduled, unscripted, unpre-recorded public service announcement. It is hot out. People, don't leave your children or your pets in the car. Do not leave children or pets in hot cars. I don't care if the window's cracked. I don't care if the window's rolled down. No. Unless you are going to leave your vehicle running with the air conditioner on. And I'm not even sure if that's a good idea. Don't leave pets or small children in cars. I mean, if it's your teenager and they are perfectly capable and have the mental capacity to open the door and get themselves out, that's one thing. If it is your 1-year-old strapped into a car seat, that's a whole other difference. So let's just not leave anything alive in our cars. I just saw another story come across the newsfeed today that a pair of twins died in a car when Dad left them in the car. Now, I haven't checked into the details on it, and quite frankly, I don't know if I'm going to. Stories like that just, they hurt. They hurt. Yes, I know they're news. So, all right. August 5th. Like I said, we all need a laugh today. Sorry about Mr. Frog. A Maine police officer filmed his encounter with a quote-unquote possible mad cow situation. Oh yes, now I haven't previewed this as I usually do, so we are going to hope I can get it to run promptly for you. Give me just a second, I'm still arguing with my webpage. So, but yes, and the police officer, according to the article, said, "We got a possible mad cow situation," McVeigh says in the video. "We're going to handle this." And he reportedly says to the cows, "You guys just step over to the side of the road, put your hands up. Don't run from me, I'm the police." The cows, of course, flee, nearly colliding with a mailbox in the process. All right. Let's see if the video will play for me. So, I'm trying. Well, it is going to pull a commercial, so we are going to mute the commercial and let that play through, and we will discuss the cows, but I mean, come on. This is just too much funny. A cop expecting cows to understand. I mean, I just had to laugh. And I don't know about you, but I needed funny today. Alright, let's see if I can get this video to play.
We got a possible mad cow situation here. We're going to handle this. All right, you guys. Need you to step over the side of the road, put your hands up in the air. Don't run from me, I'm the police. Hey, get back here. Watch out for the mailbox. All right, down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Stop resisting. Well, that's booze. Leave it alone. It's not good for you. Okay, watch out for the mailbox. All right, down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Pinnacle vodka. All right, guys. Yeah, head in there. Keep moving. We're in 20 County. They're fleeing on me.
And you could hear the officer just laughing in the background. He's going, yeah, these mad cows are fleeing on me. Oh my gosh, that is just hilarious. All right, now we're going to there's another article, and I'm trying to cover some stuff I don't have time for on my show. So I apologize if I get something a little out of whack, but like I said, I just decided to do this. On the spur of the moment. All right. Since we started with a Leo story, we'll continue with a Leo story, because I only have a few minutes left. Now, I apologize if any unexpected audio pops up, because I am doing this on the fly. So we've got a story of a law enforcement officer refusing...
We're going to edit some of the...
All right. Ads. Gotta love them. You've all seen them. Virginia police officer refused service as a restaurant on Monday because one of the cooks refused to serve her while she was in uniform. The uniformed Alexandria police officer was standing in line at Noodles & Company and came out from the back and told the cashier, "You better pull me offline because I'm not serving that," according to Fox 5 DC. The department said the cashier and the cook started to laugh and the officer left. All right. I don't think this video has... oh, hang on, it might. Let's restart it. Alright. I just thought it was... I'm sorry. Our law enforcement officers deserve much better treatment than that. They are the men and women that put on the uniform, and while our military defends us as a nation, the police officers protect and serve your local community. All right, let's take a listen.
I want to bring your attention to this chart. It's Noodles & Company. The stock is down 22% this week. And also this week, one of its chefs refused to serve an Alexandria police officer who was in uniform. Now, the company apologized, but I got to tell you something. Something ain't right there. The stock is down 80% since October of 2013. My advice to management, in addition to that apology, how about a police officer appreciation day and train your staff? Maybe the stock will turn around.
All right. Like I said, I'm sorry. I don't own a restaurant. If and when I ever get back into that industry, oh yeah. Law enforcement, more than welcome. All right. One other issue I want to pull up. You know, I don't discuss politics on my show. Very rarely. Well, as this isn't my regular show and I'm kind of going off the reservation here, I've got Hillary Clinton's interview with Chris Wallace from Sunday pulled up. Let's take a listen.
We asked her about the key flashpoints, Benghazi, and her private emails. One of the most dramatic moments in the Republican convention was when Pat Smith, the mother of Sean Smith, one of the people who died in Benghazi, stood up before the convention and blamed you for her son's death.
I blame Hillary Clinton. I blame Hillary Clinton personally for the death of my son. That's personally.
She and the father of Tyrone Woods both say that on the day that their sons' bodies were returned to the United States, that you came up to them and you said it was all because of a video, not terrorism. Now, I know some of the other families disagree with this, and I know you deny it. My question is, why would they make that up?
Chris, my heart goes out to both of them. Losing a child.
All right, obviously I've got the interview queued up at the wrong spot. I'm going to bear with me as I try and skip through it to the real segment here, part that I'm looking for. Because we all know it wasn't a YouTube video. So bear with me. I'm trying to do this off visual cues.
Advantage of others.
I have a quote here where you say...
But look at everything I said. Because, and this goes back to all the investigations. It was terrorism. I think there has been a confusion.
All right.
To believe that what they were sending was classified. Now, in retrospect,
all right,
I have told the American people.
One aspect of them, and that's what you told the American people.
I did. We had nothing to do with.
All right, there's the
no,
video.
that's not fair. If you go back and read everything that I said that day, I quoted people who talked about it being terrorism. I had already said it was terrorism. There was no doubt it was terrorism. I think there has been a confusion in the minds of some, and exploiting that confusion for the advantage of others.
I have a quote here where you say...
But look at everything.
All right, I am trying to get this queued up for you. Give me just a second. So, anyway, all right. Hillary, you lied. You blamed the death of 4 brave Americans. All right. I think I finally got it queued to this part where they start talking about the email scandal. And if you recall, the Washington Post has given her 4 Pinocchios for this statement. Give me a second.
No, but I'm just telling you, we were looking at the whole world. The whole world was aflame.
This is the last of the Benghazi stuff.
The emails.
Yes.
I want to ask you about just one aspect of them, and that's what you told the American people.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified materials. I am confident that I never sent nor received any information that was classified at the time. I had not sent classified material nor received anything marked classified.
After a long investigation, FBI Director James Comey said none of those things that you told the American public were true.
Chris, that's not what I heard Director Comey say, and I thank you for giving me the opportunity to, in my view, clarify. Director Comey said that my answers were truthful and what I've said is consistent with what I have told the American people. That there were decisions discussed and made.
All right, right there. That's what earned her 4 Pinocchios. Now, I don't have Director Comey pulled up, but we all know he said she was negligent. He said she was careless. He said all kinds of other things. But this is insanity. All right, let's continue listening to this.
To classify retroactively certain of the emails. I was communicating with over 300 people in my emailing. they certainly did not believe and had no reason to believe that what they were sending was classified. Now, in retrospect, different agencies come in and say, well, it should have been. But that's not what was happening in real time.
But in a congressional hearing on July 7th, Director Comey directly contradicted what you had told the public.
Secretary Clinton said there was nothing marked classified on her emails either sent or received. Was that true?
That's not true.
Secretary Clinton said I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. Was that true?
There was classified material emailed.
He directly contradicted what... And let me just he not only directly contradicted what you said, he also said in that hearing that you were extremely careless and negligent.
Well, Chris, I looked at the whole transcript of everything that was said, and what I believe is, number one, I made a mistake not using two different email addresses. I have said that, and I repeat it again today. It is certainly not anything that I ever would do again. I take classification seriously. I relied on and had every reason to rely on the judgments of the professionals with whom I worked.
All right, so now she's blaming everybody else. Now, I'm an avid reader. If you listen to my other show, Jessie's Coffee Shop, you know I love to read. Well, I don't just read fiction. And I don't read every book I don't have time to read every book that I have on my show. I've read some of them, haven't read them all. But I was reading a couple of nonfiction books, note, nonfiction, written by people who served in the Clinton White House. And I'm sorry. I'm going to believe Director Comey over Hillary Clinton any day of the week. Let's finish listening to this for just another minute. Bear with me.
And so in retrospect, maybe some people are saying, well, among those 300 people, they made the wrong call. At the time, there was no reason, in my view, to doubt the professionalism and the determination by the people who work every single day on behalf of our country.
Let's talk about the Clinton Foundation and
all right. That tale earned her 4 Pinocchios. And she is again on air discussing the emails as we speak. She was on air just today. All right, here's some audio. Let's see if we can get it to pull up and play nice for us. And I know my time with you is waning. I only have a few moments left. And this is from...
You know, Geico's been around for over 75 years? Huh.
We now fast forward to the end of this guy.
Donald Trump, shame on you.
It's becoming Hillary Clinton's anthem of the fall campaign. Tonight, she has a bounce in her step. A new poll shows the Democratic convention gave her a boost over Trump. But Clinton is still trying to shake a controversy of her own over emails.
Wow.
After telling Fox News Sunday, the FBI called her answers truthful.
Director Comey said that my answers were truthful and what I've said is consistent with what I have told the American people.
That's not exactly true. FBI Director James Comey has said there's no evidence Clinton lied to the FBI, but he didn't say she'd been truthful to the American people. He called her handling of classified information extremely careless. The Washington Post fact-checker gave her answer a failing grade of 4 Pinocchios. And during congressional hearings, Republican Chairman Trey Gowdy got Comey to testify that many claims Clinton had made to the public were false.
Secretary Clinton said all work-related emails were returned to the State Department. Was that true?
No, we found work-related emails, thousands, that were not returned.
Clinton is trying to move on and broaden her appeal, appearing in Omaha tonight with Warren Buffett.
I've known her since 1992.
He's the latest in a string of billionaire businessmen to build a case against Trump. Over the weekend, it was Mark Cuban in his native Pittsburgh.
Is there any bigger jagoff in the world than Donald Trump?
And Michael Bloomberg at the convention in Philadelphia.
Let's select a sane, competent person.
For the next 3 months, the race is all about the Electoral College, finding a path to 270 electoral votes. That's why Clinton is eyeing Nebraska. Along with Maine, it's one of 2 states that split their electoral votes by congressional district. President Obama swept one of Nebraska's electoral votes in 2008. Clinton hopes to follow suit. But by embracing Obama so closely, her challenge is presenting herself as a candidate of change.
I know people are angry and frustrated. I'm not going into this with some kind of rose-colored glasses. I know we've got work to do.
All right, so my opinion on this election. We have someone who can't handle classified information, and this is proven fact in my opinion, since they basically screwed the pooch, for lack of a term here, folks, on with their email. All right. Then we also have someone who has no real plans. I mean, come on. Can someone point to anything that Trump has said that says he's got a detailed plan on how to fix anything? All right, now there's one other issue, and this one, I'll probably touch on this in greater detail tonight on my show. We paid Iran $400 million. Yes, you pay, I said million with an M. Dollars. And I've got some audio queued up on that, and this one I actually do have prepped. And the White House is saying we didn't pay Iran a ransom to get our citizens back. That's not how it looks, guys.
Can you just respond to 2 specific pieces, though? One is, was this money ransom for the folks that were released?
No, it was not. It is against the policy of the United States to pay ransom for hostages.
So it's just a coincidence.
Well, Mike, here's this again. We talked about this in January too. So let's talk about this. There was a conscious, strategic decision that was made on the part of the Obama administration as we were implementing the deal to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, to resolve other longstanding concerns that we had with Iran. And that included securing the release of 5 American citizens who'd been unjustly detained in Iran, and closing out a longstanding financial dispute in a way that saved the American people potentially billions of dollars. So this all came to a head at the same time because we are addressing and resolving longstanding concerns with Iranian behavior. And the benefits are almost too long to mention, but the highlights are Iran is not developing a nuclear weapon. Iran had to scale back significant aspects of their nuclear program. Iran released 5 Americans who were unjustly detained on Iranian soil. And we resolved a 35-year-old financial claim with the Iranians in a way that saved Americans potentially billions of dollars. There are many other benefits that we can get into as well, but those are the highlights.
One other thing that I'll let it...
All right. I am trying to pull up
13 years.
one other piece of audio. Give me just a second to find it here. I've got various other things where Syed Abedini one of the hostages was on the news last night going, yeah, we were at the airport. We actually spent the night at the airport. Going, why can't we leave? Everybody's here. And everybody was told that, you know, he basically said we couldn't leave until we had to wait for another plane to land. Now, if that isn't all right, let's see if can get this pulled up. I am doing this on the fly. So, let me see if I've got any video on this story. Like I said, I am doing this on the fly for you guys today, just to give you a break. And I will clear in time for the next show that starts at 2 o'clock. And then I'll do my real show prep. No. There's no video on this. Alright, I am working on trying to find it, but anyway, I don't doubt that that's what happened. And let me see if I've got something. I haven't checked Press TV. For those of you that aren't familiar with Press TV, presstv.ir is Iranian English news put together for in English. So, and yes, it's the website is presstv.ir. I'm looking to see if I've got anything on it. And you don't even need a VPN to get to it. Sometimes their articles are pretty interesting. So, I'm not finding anything on it right off the bat, so, but I'm sorry. It's one of those things. I'm sorry. I'm going to believe. Oh. Let's see if this is a video. Russia says it is still committed to a pledge it has already made to grant two loans worth $2.5 billion to Iran. Yes. Now remember, these articles... So... Remember, this stuff is from Iran's point of view. So if I get anything... Oh, here's a good one. See if I can get this to pull up.
Johnson and his VP pick, Bill Weld, took part in a town hall meeting trying to gain momentum to enter the official presidential debates. So why are they entering the presidential race now? They say they have more to offer than other candidates.
Perhaps we do encompass the best of what Republicans are supposed to be about, which is smaller government, and they don't do a very good job at that. And perhaps we're really good at civil liberties, something that Democrats haven't stood up for, mandatory sentencing, and the fact that we have the highest incarceration rate of any country in the world, and that we continue to militarily intervene. We both reject the notion that libertarians are isolationist. We're not isolationists. We're non-interventionists. We don't want to get involved in regime change that really has the unintended consequence of making the world less safe.
Asked about how the new candidates will appeal to voters who may have already made up their minds, the party's representative said the nominees offer what Americans want.
Libertarians want small government, much smaller than it is today, which means expanding personal freedoms, reducing government spending, reducing taxes, reducing regulations, just getting government off people's backs in general. Trump supporters want an outsider. There's nothing more outsider than a libertarian. Trump supporters also are, to some degree, fiscally conservative. We offer real fiscal conservatism. The Bernie supporters want civil liberties. They want peace. And that's where libertarians are strong, very strong, and have been so much longer than Bernie Sanders has been. Now, she talks a good game on some issues. She talks like she's in favor of getting rid of discrimination against blacks.
The Libertarian nominee has to get 15% in several polls in order to participate in the official presidential debates. Once he goes up against Hillary and Trump, Johnson says he is in it till the end. America is probably not ready to elect a president outside of the two major parties, but this small party is making its way to the political arena, reaping a growing number at the polls, which could definitely tip the balance at the expense of one of the main candidates. Ilyana Khamisi, Press TV, Washington.
I thought that was an interesting take on our elections. I mean, how much more interesting can you get than an Iranian perspective on our elections? All right, let's see what else we can find on Press TV. There's always something interesting here. I mean, sometimes I have to laugh, but it's always fascinating to see what they have. Oh, here's a story I hadn't heard. Let's see, while we're doing politics, let's take a look at this one. It's about the Green Party. The other thing I love about Press TV is there's no commercials. This one's going to be a little longer than I want to play the entirety of. Or at least have time to...
showed an insider effort to undercut Bernie Sanders' election campaign. The revelation sparked chaos inside the Democratic Party and a series of attacks from the Republicans. Saudi Arabia and its allies have defended several cases of...
Let's restart this
battle against militants in Aleppo. Stay with us as we go to the city's front lines. And Australia suspends funding the international aid group World Vision hours after Israel arrested the head of the charity group in the Gaza Strip over alleged links to Hamas.
This is part of a show they call Top 5. Like I said, looks like they're doing the elections first.
It's 2:30 p.m. here in the capital, Tehran. You're watching Press TV's Top 5. Many thanks for joining us this hour. Now, the Green Party of the United States has slammed the country's two-party system and called it unfair.
Regarding election fraud now, we have to be very vigilant. The Green Party expands the definition of election fraud and election irregularities to include unfair ballot access laws that were enacted by Democratic and Republican lawmakers specifically to give their own candidates an advantage and to hinder the possibility of alternative party independent candidates from participating in the election process.
McClarty called the Democratic nomination process rigged and noted that it's one of the main reasons people across the U.S. are joining the Green Party. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump has already expressed doubt about the issue. Earlier in July, a series of leaked emails from several senior members of the Democratic National Committee showed an insider effort to undercut Bernie Sanders' election campaign. The revelation sparked chaos inside the Democratic Party and a series of attacks from the Republicans. Saudi Arabia and its allies have defended several cases of deadly airstrikes they conducted.
All right. I always kind of love to see how U.S. politics is playing across the world because in this case, Iran doesn't have a dog in the fight. So I've actually gotten some of my best non-slanted takes on elections, believe it or not, from Iranian TV. All right. Now, we are going to do just a couple more things, and then I'm getting out of here, folks. Not quite gone yet. But, yeah. If there is a story you would like to see me cover more in depth, please hit me up on Twitter at Jessie's POV, as I will be working on show prep very shortly. I got to cut up a watermelon first. But then after I cut the watermelon up and take care of getting rid of it, I will be back at my keyboard working on show prep for you guys. All right. I didn't do any commercials because this was kind of an abbreviated show. So I'm going to see if I can pull just one commercial on our way out of here. Give me a second. Yes, I know. I should have done more prep before getting on air today. I just was like, okay, I want to do this, and I want to do this now. Cannot find the one I want. Alright. This wasn't the one I was going to play, but it's the one that's going to have to fill in. Alright. So here's a commercial. Gotta make our advertisers happy, and then we're walking on out of here.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it. There to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
All right. And on that note, I'm out of here!